So you want to be a koi keeper? Are you crazy? Look what you're in for. Hi there, and welcome back to the latest edition of Stubbs Aquatics. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing, stick around, and I think you'll really enjoy it. If you're returning, thanks, I do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot when you return and watch the videos. I truly do appreciate it. Now let's get on with what we're doing. As you may have seen in a couple clips previously, the weather here in Canada, where I live in central Ontario, has been, well, crazy. It was warm at the end of March, beginning of April. Of course, we get a high tax and we get snow. Yeah, real great April Fool's joke played over and over and over again. Well, this definitely has been no exception. Heavy snowfall, lots of swearing, but now it's the middle of April. We had some great days, but unfortunately I had some commitments and I had some health issues, so I couldn't get done what I wanted to get done. Now I have a 2-day window before the weather turns all crappy again and rains. I've got so much to do. I want to share it with you and share with you with what's going on, what's coming up. Remember, all the work you get done in the spring, that means there's a lot less work in the summer, and you get to enjoy your ponds, your fish, and, well, all the fruits of your labor. So, less talking, more working, Chris. Let's get going. Ever notice some of those days where just nothing goes right? Look at this mess. I can't believe rodents again chewed through this. This is my third pump. I don't know what it is. It could be rabbits, could be a groundhog. There's just so many things. But look at the size of those chew marks. That's not a mouse. Sometimes you just can't win. And then first thing I do, I bang my knee, of course, or my shin. Not that my legs weren't already pretty, but this is an owie. And then I go to grab my rubber boots, and they're now cracked. So I'll be wearing my hiking boots. And my wife will just love that I've done that. But I've got nothing else other than running shoes to jump in the pond. This is about the third time I've drained this pond because of the rain. I want to get it all cleaned up. I've got to get all the leaves out so I can get some of these filters going. You got to get going on this. The fish are getting active, and with me being inactive, it's it's putting them at danger, and you can't have that. As you can see behind me here, I've got some filter issues, and I've really got to work on that. I want to beef up the stream, but what am I going to do? That pump? Well, it's going to be a pump for a short tank now. It's basically useless for anything good because you splice it all you want. As soon as that gets submerged, it's going to set off a GFI, or you're going to have to electrocute yourself or your fish. And who wants that? I'm going to work with what I've got. I've got this Laguna. It's not the biggest, but it's a good, sturdy pump with lots of cordage. I'm going to try running the cord a different way and not underneath a deck or a walkway, because that's the danger zone where the rodents come around, especially in the winter, hide out and decide, well, this would be a nice snack or something to sharpen my teeth with. I don't want to use a kill trap, because there's some that are around here that I don't mind. I really don't mind the rabbits, and I don't mind the chipmunks and squirrels. But as far as the other rodents go, they can go bugger off. Again, what a mess with this. I leave my pumps in for the most part over the winter. Some people say you should, some say you shouldn't. I leave them in there for the main purpose is keeping the rings nice and wet. You let them dry out, that's when they crack and you have issues. So this one here, you know, I did take out, and hopefully it works well. I guess I could keep them inside over the winter in buckets, but I'm sure with the enough nest that I have with all the tanks, and now a pond that I'm building inside, the last thing my wife was going to want to see is a bunch of buckets with pumps in it. Yeah. And I can't put it in the garage because it's a free solid. Of course, this doesn't want to fit. And it's not like I'm going to open this 1-inch hose. It's clear, but it's the only thing I can get that's nice and solid. See, I just don't like that other flex trap. It breaks down. That I know won't. And rodents won't chew through it. You know what? Didn't think I'd ever use this, but thankfully I kept it. I love these things. Snap on, nothing required, and now I can get this hooked up without too much problem. Finally, something's going to work right for me, or is it? Come on. Yeah. Finally. Something's going to go in my favor. Or I'm going to snap it, one or the other. Or I'm going to snap. Oh, this day keeps getting better and better. You bastards. That's $100 industrial sized extension cord. Now, that one I am going to splice. Ugh. Oh crap, if I don't get out, hopefully someone will come get me. You know, this used to be so much easier when I was younger. Dinner! And I didn't have all this here. Well, time to get into this pond. Well, I'm in. Maybe I just can't get out. If my wife should be watching, or one of my friends, hey, you haven't seen me in a while? That's because I'm in this pond and I can't get out. So I'm kind of hoping one of you guys will at least come by and feed the fish and, you know, feed Marley. It'd be really nice if you got me the hell out of this pond. In the meantime, I got to clean it because it's in there. Would have been really nice if I had rubber boots. And if I brought my gloves. But I didn't. And this stuff smells just as good as it looks. And did I mention the water's cold? See, no modeling today. This is going to be graceful. Or not. Hey, gonna do it. Maybe. Maybe not. And I thought I got all the these at the end of the fall. I guess I was wrong. That's all good. Huh? That'll make good compost. And this all has to come out too. I'll give it a rinse. I guess it's not too bad. I'll just pump it all out into the garden. You want to be a koi keeper, eh? Yeah, great hobby, great. I wouldn't give it up for the world. It's just good for the plants down below here. So I'll get rid of most of the biomass here because it's nasty. Excellent compost. Great for your plants and veggies. Like all this stuff, have to take out. And I probably should have cut it back last year, but I didn't. Oh well. Live and learn. A lot of learning going. It's no big secret. Not like I didn't notice. Yeah, I gained a substantial amount of weight over the last year and a half. With depression, I found comfort in food. Now I'm getting out of the depression. My wife and I bought some bikes. We're really going to get used to them this year. I want to lose some weight. I want to feel better about myself. I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you got to be happy with yourself. Well, I'm not happy with myself right now, so it took me a long time to lose weight before. It's not going to happen overnight, but I'm starting, and that's the main thing. And I'm trying, but man, it's tough. When that is your comfort zone, is sometimes food, and it's not like I eat that stuff. It's just I love pastas and breads, and the odd beer. Yeah, the odd one. This might seem like a bit of a waste of water, but it's the only way to really get the sides clean. I'm not going to take all the plants out because I want some of this junk actually to remain for the irises and the arrowheads. They need it, and then I got to be careful not to throw out all the bulbs. So yeah, I am pumping water out as I'm adding water. Back to the topic of gaining weight. I always loved it when someone felt the need to tell you you gained weight. Oh, I didn't know. I just thought I shrunk all my clothes. Really? I've gained weight? Oh, why didn't you tell me earlier? Jerks. This may not be that exciting for any of you UK viewers, but this is the first water change I've been able to do in 2024. It's April, and they've been living in the same water since November. Yeah, just can't do it. Lines freeze, water lines freeze. Yeah. In fact, I was just able to turn the outside water on now. Only some days are getting down to -1 and 0, so I'm feeling comfortable with the water lines not freezing outside. And I'm sure the fish are going to really enjoy this fresh water. The eazypod used to sit there, but I just had too much flow going out of this small waterfalls into the pond there before it flows into the main pond, and I was losing water constantly. So the idea now is to move it here. The only problem I'm running into is because of the intake, the way it is, that has to be elevated. Same with the other piping. So I'm going to have to raise it right here by a good foot, maybe 1.5 feet, if not 2 feet. And then I want to lower it, take it underneath the deck here, and discharge it, about 8-10 feet down that way. Hopefully underneath the deck, which means I have to go into this lovely water when it's so warm. But I'm not going to do that for a couple weeks because it's still dropping down to 0. And you want to be a koi keeper, eh? Ha! I bet you didn't think of all this before you said, yeah, I want koi, I want to have a pod. Yeah, we're all nuts. Now, these guys are loving the fresh water. Gonna move some fish on. Some I'll just be moving to another pond, and some, well, they're leaving permanently. Everything is up and running right now. Some of it's just temporary. Still a lot to be done, but the fish are sure active. Water looks way better now that I was able to do a bit of a water change. Welcome to day 2. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you all the work I've done. In fact, it's pretty much done for the day, or at least I am. Come on, I'll show you around, see what we've accomplished, and what we've got to do yet. Fish are, like I said, they're really active and quite happy. They're happy, I'm happy. And if I'm happy, everyone else, my family's happy. Got a little bit of film on the water. No, they haven't bred. They're just from me hooking up the other ponds. I've got my bog or veggie filter going. There's no pre-filter on that. That flows directly in there. And I didn't want to. This will do all the nutrients. As you can see, it's pretty clean now. Especially as compared to what you saw yesterday, right? It's no longer gross. And the sun's pretty bright, but you might be able to see the odd koi in here. I was able to move a few. Not sure if I'm going to move them on or if I'm going to keep them up here. And there's a couple shubunkins that I was able to catch out of the pond. Those are the only 2 shubunkins in that pond. They'll be getting moved again once I set up my breeding ponds for my shubunkins outside. They're not quite done yet. But the Oase filter is hooked up to my Laguna filter falls. So the stream is up and flowing. Proper filtration going in there. That will really help. It'll double the filtration on that side. I had a neighbor give this to me, and I wasn't going to give up something free. And it's a brand new filter, pretty much. So I'm just going to remove the sand and put K1 in and make the adjustments as per Ken from my Koi Obsession. My buddy Darren and I will be doing one of these each because he's getting a pond and he's going to use one of these as a filter. I can't wait to hook this one up. I'm going to hook it up to my filter falls. Just that much more filtration. And did I mention it's free? Sure can't wait to get this thing moved. It's an eyesore where it is, but it's functional and at least it'll be easy to get to. Got a couple of my IBC totes moved and leveled up. They should work slick for breeding some shubunkins in and raising some other fry up in. I may be getting one more. I think I am. I just haven't told my wife yet. It'll go over there and then they'll pretty these up and make them look much nicer. Just in the process now of filling up my female shubunkin pond. I'll keep the females here all summer long. They usually don't get to stay out all summer, so that'll be great for them. And the males will either go into my new indoor pond or one of the IBC totes for the season. I may throw the odd male in here. And then go cleaning out one of my spawn ponds. Well, that's just about it. Other than my filtration here. So I did mention at the beginning. So you're sure you want to be a koi keeper or at least a pond keeper? And spring cleaning is, well, it's the hardest work, but it certainly is worth it in the end. Just after one day, it just looks so much better. I'm telling you now, I feel better for getting it done. Ponds look great, as far as I'm concerned at least. Anyways, thanks again for watching. If you haven't already done so, hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. It really does help out my video. And, well, helps me out too. So, again, if you don't mind, feel free to share it, subscribe, and, well, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Thanks again. We'll see you real soon. Bye for now.